Hi, it's Nikki and welcome back to part 3 of 20 things that I am no longer doing and 20 things that I am doing more of in 2025. I love making these lists because I love that clarity, that line in the sand of that works, that doesn't, working through stuff, and it feels really great. So today for part 3, we're talking about positioning, aka your digital disco. Feel free to grab a piece of paper and a pen and follow along because there may be some juicy nuggets for you as well. The first thing that I am no longer going to do is to move in to this zone, which I know lots of women do, and there is a spectrum to this. What I'm talking about is when you're hitting those notes of the spectrum that work negatively for you. So I'm talking about professionally pleasing. Now, I believe in those things of showing up early, not on time, early, being prepared, being ready, doing your research, preparing well, all of those things. But what I find sometimes is I go into this, it's not even glossy. It's not even like big hair and heels. It's this sort of sweet and lovely and slightly glazed version of myself. And I don't know why I do that because I am not that person in real life. I love a joke. I love a chat. I love getting into the nitty gritty of a conversation. I'm not a noddy and smiley person. And what I think that sometimes many of us can do is to operate from that place of professionally pleasing the whole time, not rocking the boat, diluting ourselves, being really flexible. I can be whatever you want me to be, and being so accommodating that we lose focus of what we're trying to do and who we are. And so I'm going to be making a note of this and keeping an eye on my own content, my own communications, and really seeing, am I holding back? Am I trying to just present this sort of glossy version? And secondly, is there a bit more of me that I can bring to the table? Is there a bit more of a human quality? Can I take the time and write an extra couple of sentences rather than just being professional and to the point? Can I build relationships? Can I get to know people in a different way? All of those things are cooking and whirling around my mind at the moment. Number 2, what do people really need to know? What do they really need to know? I think that often, alongside the know, like, and trust, ultimately it comes down to, do people feel safe with you? Can people be themselves? And I was on a coaching call earlier with my coach, and I always just feel like I can speak really candidly. I can say what's on my mind. I can say when I am uncertain about something. I don't have to come with a fully formed idea. And I love that sense of being in the process with things. And I think that so often we need to remind our clients that you don't have to be fully formed to get the best of the situation. So you don't have to come to a personal training session, for example, and go, well, I bought 20 new Lycra outfits for this occasion. I mean, great if you want to buy Lycra outfits and it makes you feel good. But you don't have to do all of those things before you get started. And so I really want you to think about what people actually need to know in order to make that purchase. What do they need to be reassured by? What's happening in that process? Number 3, this is a follow-on from number 1, but really bringing my whole self. I think that there are parts of visibility that I don't share, and I feel like I'm missing a trick. There are things that I can do, there are things that I can say, and for some reason, let's work out that reason this year, shall we? I hold back and I don't show that full version of myself. And I'm going to start doing that and seeing how that lands. I'm also very aware of what boundaries need to accompany that moment. And I would ask you the same. What's available? What's not? What are you willing to share? What is very much yours and private and considered and just for you? Number 4, break everything down into a simplified version. My clients are talking to me all the time about being tired, overwhelmed, overstretched, all the things. And I know that I can help them, not only in my process, but I can help them to make a decision. I think gone are the days where we take people on a mystery, magical ride and we go twists and turns, and actually people just want the information. How can you make it really easy to do the thing? And I think that often we've associated that we can only make things expensive if we make them hard, if we make them exclusive, if we almost have this thing of, if somebody really wants it, then they're going to stay in the game. No, often the people who really want the thing, they just want the thing and they want it now, quickly. Let's go. So I want you to look at your business, your processes, your systems, and where can you simplify things? When people come on your website, is it obvious where they need to go next? I've given this analogy so many times, that moment where there's people in a car park and something's gone wrong. Nobody knows which direction. I often think about Glastonbury. You know, if people are trying to get out of the car and trying to follow the right thing, if there was nobody there telling them what needed to happen, oh my goodness, it would be chaotic, let's just say. So be that person, be the leader of your own car park, your own online home, and really support people through a process. And finally, I am determined this year to give more generously. Now, I create a lot of free content for YouTube, for Instagram. It's my marketing channel. But I want to give you more. I want to share. As Pharrell Williams says, like, send the elevator down. And I'm not saying that I am like Pharrell or as successful, but after 25 years of doing this, I do know some stuff. So why not share it? Why not give it? Why not open up conversations? And I know personally as a little girl that I would have loved many of those opportunities or phrases, or if I ever got the chance to be in contact with somebody or to watch something on TV, I taped it, I rewound it, I watched it again. I just savored it. And I know what that feeling is like, to not know the answers and not know how this is going to happen and just have a really big dream. So if I can ever break down that process, I absolutely will do. In terms of next steps, you can go to your digital disco where we talk about all things online. However, if you need the full personal brand plan, it's now live. It's comes into ways that you can complete this personal brand plan. We can work together for 100 days, you and I, doing the thing, making it happen, making a process, creating ideas and executing them. Or you can do the DIY version. I will leave details of both down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for part 4. If you're not subscribed or following along, do so, and I'll see you then. Bye.